World. Power World. I'm sure you don't need an introduction. If you've been online recently, chances are you've seen people talking about this game, for better or for worse. The common complaint I've seen is that this game is far too similar to Pokemon, but honestly, I think the people saying that probably just took a few too many hits of the DMT pen. Some designs do raise a few eyebrows, but others are... Come on, look at this. There's no way anyone actually thinks this, right? Either way, I've been waiting for this game to drop since the trailer appeared on YouTube 2 years ago, and I must say, the wait was well worth it. The game is insanely fun. I've put at least over 120 hours into it already, and there's still so much I have left to do. That's not even considering the fact the game is only in early access, so there's gonna be more in the future. I feel like I can make a full video gushing about this game, but that's not really what I wanna do here. We get shit done in these videos, boy! One of the things in Power World that's really been keeping me glued to my screen is the game's goofy, lovable mascot, Relaxaurus. Relaxaurus? Relaxaurus. It's Relaxaurus. I'm gonna need to get used to that. There are over 50 instances of Relaxaurus in this script, Jesus Christ. Either way, I absolutely love this guy. I've been using one on my team since I first got one, and even bred one to be a mega powerhouse that can give Jetragon a run for its money. With how much I've grown to love this guy, I figured I may as well try something new, and instead of making some original Paradox Pokemon for my favorite monster catching game, why don't I just add some pals this time? That's right, in this video, I've added Relaxaurus and Relaxaurus Lux into Minecraft's Cobblemon mod. Woo! Yeah, baby! To jump right in, let's analyze what makes a Pokemon, well, a Pokemon, and see how that applies to Relaxaurus. First of all, I wanted to lift as much straight from Pal World as I could, and to start, I had a look at Relaxaurus' stats. Okay, to start us off, let's go over Relaxaurus' stats in Pal World. A hefty 110 HP, a decent 70 defense with 100 crafting speed, 110 melee attack, 100 shot attack, 100 stamina, 655 running speed, and 800 sprinting speed, with a slow walk speed of 40 and a support stat of 100. Oh man, that was a big mouthful. Let's go over what some of that actually means. Now, there's a lot here we can actually just trim out completely, so we won't be worrying about the crafting speed, stamina, support, sprinting, or slow walk stats here. However, for the rest of the stats, we actually get a pretty easy conversion to Pokemon's stat system. We can directly take over the HP stat, as well as our melee attack and shot attack stats for attack and special attack respectively. Since there's only one defense stat, I debated going for the RBY unified special stat, making Relaxaurus' special defense the same as its special attack, but I figured it would probably be more balanced to just apply its defense from Pal World to both its defense and special defense. Finally, for Relaxaurus' speed stat, I took its normal running speed of 650 and just cut off that extra 0, giving us a 65 in speed that honestly feels quite thematic and balanced for Relaxaurus. This gives Relaxaurus a base stat total of 525, landing it alongside Pokemon like Cloyster, Lucario, Armarouge, Venusaur, and Vaporeon. Vaporeon and Lucario in the same list. I know what my comment section's gonna be. You freaks. Relaxaurus Lux doesn't boast a very different stat spread compared to its normal counterpart, with the only differences being a 75 in defense, which is 5 more than normal Relaxaurus, and 110 in its shot attack stat. A bit better, but still only a 10-point increase. This gives Relaxaurus Lux a stat spread of 110 HP, 110 attack, 75 defense, 110 special attack, 75 special defense, and 65 speed, leaving us with a base stat total of 545, which is only shared by specifically Audino and Togekiss for some reason. This is a very niche base stat total. I had the huge list for the other one. This one's just got Audino and Togekiss. I thought that was neat. Taking any meaningful data from Relaxaurus' active skill list in Palworld is honestly easier than you'd first expect it to be. What is an active skill list? Reading directly from palworld.wiki.gg, pals can use active skills to fight against their foes. Okay, very helpful. It's essentially moves. It's attacks from Pokemon. Guys, you know attacks from Pokemon? Yeah, it's attacks from Pokemon. Relaxaurus learns a grand total of 7 different active skills in Palworld, starting with Dragon Cannon at level 1, Aqua Gun at level 7, Dragon Burst at level 15, Bubble Blast at level 22, Draconic Breath at level 30, Aqua Burst at level 40, and Dragon Meteor at level 50. Now, the easiest thing we can take from this are the levels that Relaxaurus are going to learn its moves. But what those moves should be is gonna be a little harder. I did my best to substitute each active skill for a Pokemon move that fits the same niche or has a similar name, as well as adding a few moves that can be learned through TM just so Relaxaurus' moveset wasn't so limited. As such, Relaxaurus' learn set in Cobblemon is Dragon Pulse at level 1, Water Gun at level 7, Bubble Beam at level 15, Dragon Breath at level 30, Aqua Tail at level 40, and obviously Draco Meteor at level 50. For TMs, Relaxaurus can learn Dragon Dance, Breaking Swipe, Ice Fang, Surf, Bubble, Body Slam, and Dragon Energy.
NANI?!
That gameplay you've seen was real footage I recorded from a ROM hack I made, specifically for this video. So if you're enjoying this so far, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It'll really reassure me that all this production value is not gonna go to waste. This moveset is still quite small, so if there's a lot of support for this video, I'd love to see what moves you'd like to see on Relaxaurus. If it feels balanced and fitting, I'll consider any move recommendations you guys have in the comments below. The same applies for Relaxaurus Lux's learn set. That is a tongue twister and a half. But the same applies for Relaxaurus Lux's learn set as well, which let's get right into. Relaxaurus Lux learns a new active skill at all the same levels as a normal Relaxaurus. So, let's get back to the listing. Ahem. Relaxaurus Lux learns Spark Blast at level 1, Dragon Cannon at level 7, Shockwave at level 15, Lightning Streak at level 22, Draconic Breath at level 30, Lightning Strike at level 40, and Lightning Bolt at level 50. Using the same process I used to come up with normal Relaxaurus' learn set, Relaxaurus Lux's learn set in Cobblemon is Thundershock at level 1, Dragon Pulse at level 7, Shockwave at level 15, Double Shock at level 22, Dragon Breath at level 30, Thunderbolt at level 40, and Thunder at level 50. With the ability to learn Dragon Dance, Breaking Swipe, Thunder Fang, Body Slam, Dragon Energy, and Earthquake through TM. When it got time for me to decide what abilities Relaxaurus should have, there really wasn't anything in Palworld that directly correlates with Pokemon's ability mechanic. But that didn't stop me from finding something. Editing error in here, there actually is an ability like system pretty much in Palworld, but Relaxaurus' ability specifically is pretty much just that you can ride him. So that really wouldn't work specifically in this scenario for Relaxaurus, but a lot of pals would have abilities. So just back to the video. In Palworld, every Relaxaurus you catch will have the passive skill Glutton, as well as being classified as the gluttonous dragon in the Pal deck. As such, I decided Gluttony would be a perfect ability for Relaxaurus. For those of you that don't know, Gluttony allows a Pokemon to eat a berry once it reaches half HP, which, for those of you who aren't hyper Poke nerds, Pokemon normally won't eat its berry until it's around a quarter HP. But Aaron, Pokemon actually have 3 different abilities. Thank you, straw man that definitely doesn't actually exist. I don't know why I did that, but it makes for a good transition. That's right, Relaxaurus actually has 3 different abilities. Like most Pokemon, 2 of these are normal abilities, with its 3rd potentially most useful ability being its hidden ability. While both Relaxaurus forms have Gluttony and the same hidden ability, I wanted something unique for each of them. A normal Relaxaurus has a chance to have the ability Water Absorb, while a Relaxaurus Lux has a chance to have the ability Volt Absorb. These abilities restore HP when hit with either a Water or Electric type move respectively, and while great abilities on certain Pokemon, Relaxaurus sadly doesn't get to see the full benefits of them due to its typing. Let me explain. With a Dragon Water type Pokemon, it will only take a quarter of damage from a Water type attack, and the same goes for a Dragon Electric type, who only takes a quarter damage from Electric type moves. While it could be useful in certain situations against, like, I don't know, an NPC or some shit, Relaxaurus really shines when combined with its hidden ability, Unaware. For those of you unaware, Unaware allows its user to ignore the stat changes of opposing Pokemon. Whether you need to tank a Swords Dance boosted attack or break through Iron defense, Relaxaurus gets shit done. Oh, Jesus Christ, we're really doing a deep dive if we're talking about goddamn ag groups. Show of hands, how many of you guys know what an ag group is? No? No? None of you? That's right, because you just used Ditto like a normal person! Or because you know the Wailord Skitty joke, or because you're a shiny hunter in Generation 2, and if you're one of those people, that's okay, but I think you're weird. Like, I think you're really weird, and really stinky, and you have brain worms, and you know... Jesus Christ. Okay, Relaxaurus landed itself in the Water_1 and Dragon Ag groups. Yes, that's really what it's called. It's called Water_1. These things were not meant to be seen by the players. These are internal data only. So, that's why I don't blame anyone for not knowing these things. I'm actually that stinky weirdo I talked about earlier, and I know ag groups. But hey, that at least gives me the knowledge to tell you guys that Relaxaurus can breed with Lotad. Didn't you guys want to know that Relaxaurus can breed with Lotad? Okay, to make this section actually worth watching, here's a little tip for you guys. Relaxaurus actually has some hidden ag moves. Both forms of Relaxaurus can be bred to know Outrage, with normal Relaxaurus also able to learn Ice Beam through breeding, and the Lux variant able to learn Volt Switch. Do with that information what you will. Animating Relaxaurus was honestly a little difficult, but really fun. I directly referenced his animations in Palworld, trying my best to recreate them within Blockbench's limited animation. Show Don't Tell really will do wonders here, so here's a quick compilation of all of Relaxaurus' animations in Minecraft compared to Palworld. Well, Palworld's shiny equivalent, Lucky Pals, don't actually have any visual changes, like, at all. Kinda disappointing, I know. I can't just not give Relaxaurus a shiny. Relaxaurus's normal blue hue is replaced by a soothing shade of purple. On the other hand, Relaxaurus Lux is doing a normal Relaxaurus cosplay, donning its shade of blue. While I made sure to specifically use the same colors, the initial idea behind this shiny was actually based on depictions of blue lightning. Specifically, I was thinking of it a Nell from One Piece. Relaxaurus isn't actually too rare to come across if you know where to look. Taiga biomes and icy plains are the best place to go looking for this guy, which, while Relaxaurus actually doesn't appear in an icy area in Palworld, this is based on my favorite gif of this guy ever, where he gobbles up this little Gunther in a beautiful snowy forest. Relaxaurus Lux can also be found here, just at a much rarer rate. With that, there's nothing else I think we can go over, unless we want to analyze this guy's EV yield or some shit. I find it hard to believe anyone is doing EV training in Cobblemon anyway, and I find it even harder to believe anyone is gonna go out of their way to EV train on wild fucking Relaxaurus. Either way, if you enjoyed this video, as always, a download link to the data pack is down in the description of this video. And if you want to see more videos like this, I have a whole playlist full of my Paradox Pack series where I designed 2 original Paradox forms in each video, and then add them into Cobblemon. Or if you actually like seeing Pokemon gameplay, then I have a video where I obtain every possible ribbon on my shiny Rayquaza that I will shill until it gets the recognition I feel it deserves. With everything said, I genuinely do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leaving a like and making sure to subscribe would make me very happy. I promise I check every notification and comment. But until next time, ciao! First of all, I wanted to lift as much straight from Palworld as I could, and to start, I had a look at Relaxaurus.